Here are three reasons why I believe that the phrase born of water in John chapter 3 is referring to a physical birth. First and foremost, notice the conversation between Nicodemus and Christ. Nicodemus refers to a physical birth in the preceding verse prior to Christ's reference to being born of water. In verse 4, he questioned, "How can a man be born when he is old?" Notice this. Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born? Secondly, we see the contrast drawn by Christ. In verse 5, Christ speaks of being born of water and of the Spirit. In verse 6, he states, "That which is born of the flesh is flesh," don't miss that, "and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit." Finally, why do I believe that the phrase born of water in John chapter 3 is referring to a physical birth? Common sense. Logically, if a man must be born again, which means another time or once more, common sense would dictate that the first birth prior to the new birth is physical. Job chapter 38 verse 8 says, "Or who shut up the sea with doors when it brake forth," notice this, "as if it had issued out of the womb." According to Merriam-Webster.com, the amniotic sac, also known as the bag of waters, is the double-walled, fluid-filled sac that encloses and protects the fetus in the womb and that breaks, releasing its fluid during the birth process. So there it is. Those are my three reasons why I believe that the phrase born of water in John chapter 3 is referring to a physical birth. Number one, the conversation between Nicodemus and Christ. Number two, the contrast drawn by Christ himself. And number three, last but certainly not least, common sense. If you are not 100% certain that you're going to heaven when you die, I encourage you, my friend, to watch the video in the description below, The Bible Way to Heaven, and be saved today. God bless.